Imagine venturing 7,000 feet into the unknown, only to be caught in a deadly storm deep underground. As the rain pours in, the cave begins to flood, trapping explorers for days, water rising fast. With every passing hour, the chance of survival grows slimmer. But it's not over yet. In another tale, a group of explorers finds their way blocked by rising floodwaters, and as the clock ticks, a rescuer faces a tragic fate of his own. What happens when you're trapped with no way out? Let's uncover the truth behind these daring and devastating journeys. In September 2018, renowned English photographer Robbie Schoen embarked on the most challenging assignment of his career. He ventured into Veryovkina Cave in Georgia, the deepest known cave system on Earth, plunging an incredible 7,257 feet beneath the surface. This extraordinary expedition promised to capture unprecedented images of an alien world forever shrouded in darkness. Robbie teamed up with his trusted companion, Jeff Wade, a skilled climber who thrived on pushing boundaries. They joined forces with an elite Russian caving team led by Pavel Demidov, a veteran explorer hardened by years of conquering extreme environments. The core team included the formidable trio of Konstantin, Pitar, and Andreas, each bringing mastery of underground exploration. Nestled in the Arabica Massif of the Western Caucasus, Veryovkina Cave stood as more than just a natural marvel. It represented the ultimate test of human endurance. Tales from previous expeditions described a maze of tight passages, towering vertical drops, and vast chambers that defied imagination. The cave's dual nature of stunning beauty and lethal unpredictability drew explorers while demanding their utmost respect. The team's arrival in Georgia brought an unwelcome surprise. Instead of clear mountain conditions, they faced relentless rainfall that transformed the landscape into a waterlogged terrain. Swollen rivers thundered with runoff from the peaks above, casting a shadow of concern over the expedition. In the treacherous world of cave exploration, rainfall poses a deadly threat. Ancient caves like Veryovkina act as natural water channels, carved by centuries of water flow. Heavy rains can instantly turn these winding passages into raging underground torrents, creating lethal flood conditions that trap even the most experienced cavers. The Russian team members maintained their composure, drawing from their previous successful descents into Veryovkina under similar weather patterns. Despite lingering doubts, their seasoned confidence proved infectious. Final preparations consumed the team completely. They scrutinized every piece of equipment, distributed essential supplies, and drilled their descent strategy repeatedly. The plan involved establishing multiple underground camps, creating crucial rest stops and supply points throughout their journey into Earth's deepest reaches. Robbie meticulously checked his cameras and lights twice, knowing that capturing the cave's mysterious beauty demanded both expertise and perfect equipment. The descent day broke with persistent rain, but nothing could dampen their determination. They stood at the cave's enormous entrance, their helmets secured firmly. The black void swallowed all light, marking the gateway to their underground journey. The outside world's noise faded as they stepped in, replaced by water drops and their rhythmic breathing. The first part of their descent revealed breathtaking sights. Robbie and Jeff's headlamps lit up the cave's hidden treasures. Giant stalactites hung from above like nature's chandeliers, while sharp stalagmites rose from below. The walls sparkled with mineral deposits, creating a mesmerizing underground light show. The cave soon showed its brutal side. The team squeezed through narrow passages on hands and knees. They tackled vertical drops exceeding 300 feet using ropes and harnesses. The air turned frigid and wet while the crushing weight of Earth pressed down constantly. Robbie battled both physical and psychological challenges. While photographing the cave's striking features, he felt increasingly isolated. Deep underground, surrounded by thick darkness, they knew that simple mistakes like dropping a light or damaging a rope could turn fatal. Their first camp materialized 2,000 feet below ground. These vital stations stored food, water, and emergency supplies, offering crucial rest spots before tackling deeper sections. The team recharged here, preparing for increasingly difficult challenges ahead. The obstacles grew more intense as they descended. At Camp 3, over 4,000 feet underground, they struggled with thick, humid air that made breathing difficult. Narrow tunnels forced them to twist their bodies into uncomfortable positions. The physical demands intensified, matched by growing mental pressure. Through all hardships, Robbie and Jeff watched in amazement as the Russians displayed their expertise. Pavel's team moved with practiced precision, their years of experience evident in every action. Their deep understanding of the cave's characteristics proved crucial, guiding everyone safely through dangerous sections. The team pushed deeper into the cave, finally reaching Camp 5, their ultimate destination, after nearly a week underground. Their bodies ached, but their spirits soared high. They had captured stunning images of cave sections rarely witnessed by human eyes, ready to showcase this hidden wonder to the world above. The relentless rain continued its assault on the surface. Even miles below ground, the storm's fury penetrated the cave's defenses. Water streams now trickled down rock walls, forming growing pools in lower sections. The team recognized the urgent need to start their ascent. The initial water trickle transformed into a violent flood within minutes. The week-long downpour triggered a massive flood pulse that raced through the cave system. Water crashed down vertical shafts and thundered through passages, threatening to swallow everything. The team's survival instincts kicked in as they rushed to higher ground. A side chamber offered brief shelter, but danger lurked everywhere. Rising water levels and bone-chilling spray from the raging current made their situation increasingly desperate. Robbie and Jeff watched in disbelief as their beloved cave transformed into a deadly trap. Their protective suits fought against the water, but every movement demanded intense struggle against the current's raw power. The ascent turned into a brutal battle. Wet ropes became treacherous lifelines, nearly impossible to grip. The flood's deafening roar blocked all verbal communication, forcing them to rely on basic hand signals and pure instinct. Robbie faced his toughest test in a vertical shaft where water pounded down with crushing force. His numbed fingers clung desperately to the rope, muscles screaming in protest. Below, Jeff fought to maintain his footing against the swirling torrent. The team's unity proved their greatest strength. They moved as one, supporting each other through deadly sections. After an endless battle against nature's fury, daylight finally pierced the darkness at the cave's entrance. The team emerged into the open air, exhausted but alive. They had conquered both the world's deepest cave and survived one of its most terrifying floods. The team burst into the sunlight, greeted by stunned faces and cheers of relief. Their epic escape from Veryovkina's flooded depths showcased raw courage and iron will. The ordeal transformed Robbie and Jeff forever, burning deep lessons about nature's raw power and human endurance into their souls. Robbie's camera had captured incredible moments throughout their journey. These images told more than an exploration story. They revealed the fierce determination of people pushing past their limits. Veryovkina Cave still beckons adventurers today, its depths holding both breathtaking wonders and deadly risks. The cave demands respect, offering its treasures only to those who enter fully prepared and focused. Robbie's team survived to tell their tale, their experience serving as both a stark warning and powerful inspiration, proof of what humans can achieve when tested by nature's ultimate challenges. Steve thrived in the great outdoors, finding his true spirit among nature's wonders. He spent his days hiking through thick forests, casting lines in peaceful rivers, and chasing thrilling hunting adventures. The wilderness became his sanctuary, not just a hobby, but his entire way of life. His buddies nicknamed him the ultimate outdoorsman, the go-to guy for any wild expedition. He tackled every challenging situation with remarkable skill and a bright smile. never backing down from nature's tests. His connection to nature ran deeper than mere excitement. A burning curiosity about wildlife drove him to learn more about every creature he encountered. This drive pushed him to earn a biology degree from Arkansas Tech University. His thirst for knowledge didn't stop there. He went on to grab a master's in wildlife ecology and even completed PhD coursework in zoology. These achievements marked his endless journey to understand nature's secrets. The underground world soon captured Steve's imagination, drawing him into its mysterious depths. The dark, twisting passages and hidden chambers of caves became his new playground. Arkansas, with its countless caves, provided the perfect setting for his underground adventures. While others avoided the dangerous caves, Steve embraced them as exciting challenges to overcome. During a laid-back conversation with Hugh Shell, his older friend and a Batesville bookkeeper, Steve learned about Roland Cave. Hugh described this forgotten underground realm that few explorers dared to visit. The story instantly hooked Steve, who quickly convinced his friends, Hogan Bledsoe and Mike Hill, to join a weekend exploration. They set their sights on discovering if Roland Cave linked up with the magnificent Blanchard Springs Caverns, located roughly 2.5 miles away. Blanchard Springs Caverns stood as a popular tourist destination, famous for its stunning natural artwork of stalactites, stalagmites, and flowstones. Roland Cave lived in its shadow as a mysterious and dangerous cousin. Once welcoming tourists, it now sat abandoned due to safety risks. The cave's deadly reputation came from its April floods, which transformed it into a watery grave. Yet these dangers only made Steve and his friends more eager to explore its depths. The team crafted a solid plan: enter Friday, exit Sunday. They packed efficiently with just the essentials. Their combined experience and strong teamwork gave them confidence for the journey ahead. The 4 adventurers stood at Roland Cave's entrance that afternoon, facing their next challenge. The cave's narrow opening pulled them in, surrounded by cool, damp air. Inside, nature's raw beauty unfolded. Slick, stained walls stretched around them, while sharp stalactites hung low from the ceiling, forcing them to duck and weave as they moved deeper into the darkness. A faint, rotting smell filled their nostrils, adding to the cave's eerie feel. Mother Nature had other plans that day. Despite promises of clear weather, heavy rain started pouring down outside. The group pushed forward, unaware of the growing storm, splashing through dark waters that rose from their ankles to their waists. Their mission to reach Blanchard Springs Caverns hit a roadblock when they found a massive wall of rocks blocking their path. With no way forward, they had to turn back. Saturday arrived as they started their return journey. Exhaustion crept in, and their supplies ran low, pushing them to move faster. Their hearts sank when they reached the entrance tunnel. Flooding had completely blocked their escape route. The water ran too deep to cross without swimming gear. Left with no choice, they created a temporary shelter using their raft and ponchos, hoping the water would drop soon. Days dragged on, and their situation turned grim. Food disappeared completely, and water supplies hit rock bottom. Hugh's diabetes created extra pressure. His life hung in the balance without his medicine. The cave's constant cold and wet conditions threatened to make them sick, adding to their growing fears. The group fought to stay organized, taking shifts to watch the water levels for any changes. But hope started slipping away. Even Steve, usually the group's ray of sunshine, started believing they might not survive. His mind drifted to Joe, his wife, and their fresh start together. Guilt crushed him as he thought about leading his friends into this deadly trap, wondering if they'd ever see daylight again. A friend who knew their plans spotted trouble when the rain started and called for help. Local rescue teams jumped into action, but couldn't beat the dangerous conditions. The situation grew so serious that the US Navy sent their best divers to lead the rescue mission. The race against time had begun, with 4 lives hanging in the balance deep within Roland Cave's flooded passages. The trapped adventurers had no idea about the rescue mission unfolding outside. Steve's heart leaped when he heard an unexpected sound that Monday. A Navy diver burst through the flooded tunnel, bringing their first ray of hope. The diver handed over a rope and laid out their escape plan. Each person would swim through the underwater passage using scuba equipment to reach safety. The group's stomachs turned at the thought of scuba diving. None of them had ever tried it before. Their bodies, weak from days without food and warmth, struggled to grasp the quick diving lessons from the rescue team. But the flooded tunnel left them with zero options. The friends entered the water one after another. Mike led the way, but faced immediate trouble when his mask slipped off, nearly spelling disaster. Hogan dove in next and made it through smoothly. Hugh followed, pushing through his weakened state to conquer the dangerous tunnel. Steve went last. Before diving in, he paused to take in the gravity of their ordeal, making a silent promise to never take such risks again. Cheers, hugs, and tears greeted Steve as he emerged from the cave. But their celebration turned bitter when tragedy struck. An experienced rescue diver suffered a fatal heart attack right after completing the mission. The hero's death cast a dark cloud over their miraculous rescue. Steve's brush with death changed his approach to adventure. He kept exploring the outdoors, but now carried deep respect for nature's power. His passion for wildlife and conservation led him to his dream role, leading the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. He held this position longer than anyone else before him. Even after Steve lost his battle with cancer in 2001, his spirit lives on. His life story stands as a powerful reminder of what happens when courage meets passion. Curiosity joins hands with caution, and love for nature guides every step forward.